Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be my tops and bottoms for the month of March 2019. This video is just to review some items that stood out as kind of monthly favorites, and if there are some that I know for a fact I will use them up and never ever consider buying them again, it goes in the bottom. Let's start with the tops. There are I think I have four tops for the month of March. These are products that I've just been falling in love with. Some are brand new to me. Others I've just really been working into looks more consistently than other items, and so I love them. All right, first off, let's talk about this Garnier moisturizer. I rolled this into my A to Z project pan in January of 2019, but I did not start using it until this month because I had to finish some other things first. So now I've been using this every single day. It has SPF in it, so I do apply this in the mornings only. And it has an SPF of 15. It's called a Brightening and Smoothing Daily Moisturizer. You can find this at Ulta for about $15. And when I had rolled this into the project and talked about this being a focus to use up for this year, I received several comments that this was other people's favorite moisturizer that they use over and over again. So my interest was definitely piqued because prior to that I really hadn't heard much about this. I did not buy this. I did buy this, but I received it in, I think, a BeautyCon box, so I didn't choose this, but I did pay for it. Anyways, I didn't know what to expect, but I have really enjoyed it. It has a very nice, light, fresh scent that isn't overpowering, but is noticeable and pleasant. Also, it applies nicely under makeup. It doesn't disturb my foundation. It's not overly sunscreeny or overly oily, so it's just a nice thing to put on my face in the morning after I've washed it. But I think the thing that I like most about this product is the pump. It pumps out the most perfect amount of product, and I really appreciate that. I hate wasting. I hate when I have to try and precisely do half a pump because a full pump is too much. One pump is the perfect amount for me, and I like that. Of course, if somebody would want more, they could do 2 pumps, but for me, 1 pump is perfect, and I very rarely find that in a product with a pump. It usually pumps out way too much for me, and then I'm trying to do a half a pump or a quarter of a pump or a third of a pump. It's way too much math. This is perfect. I think I will rebuy this when I have gone through all of my moisturizers with SPF. I think this will be the one I repurchase and continue to use. The price is right. I could use Ulta points to buy it, and I love the pump. The next product in my tops is a perfume. This is Donna Karan's Cashmere Blush. And I bought this deluxe sample size after I smelled like one of those inserts that you get in a magazine, probably an Ulta magazine or something. I smelled the little insert. I thought it smelled amazing, and I bought a trio. They also have Cashmere Mist, which is the original scent that this line is based off. This is Cashmere Blush, and then there was a Cashmere Black, I believe. I bought a little trio of bottles that are this size, and I did not use it immediately. I was already panning perfumes, so I was trying to finish up some older ones. Plus, I was a little disappointed that this didn't come with a mister. When I saw this, I assumed it was a mister, but it's actually not. It's just a dabber kind of a situation. So it just got ignored for a couple years, and I recently pulled it into my 54321 project pan, and so I've been using it, and I love it. It is beautiful. It's no longer sold at Ulta and Sephora. I don't know if it ever was sold at Ulta and Sephora. I believe I bought this trio at a Carson's sale, but it is still being sold on the Donna Karan website, so it's not discontinued. You just can't find it at Ulta or Sephora as far as I know. I wrote down some notes because I cannot describe the scent personally. It just smells pretty and feminine and like spring to me. Yeah, it just smells like the perfect, it just is beautiful. So I went to the website and I wrote down the notes for you guys so that you could have a little bit better idea of what scents are in this besides spring and feminine. So the top notes are Lily of the Valley and Mandarin Orange. I don't smell either of those particularly, but I believe them when they say that those are the scents. It says that rose and jasmine form the heart of the fragrance, and that the base notes are warm, fragrant sandalwood and earthy musk. I don't know what it is that I'm smelling out of those things that I just listed, but I know that this scent just works really well with my body chemistry. The longer I wear it, the more I like it. You know, you dab it on and then you kind of forget about it. And then as you're going through your day, you like, I don't know, like maybe I put my hand on my neck and then I put my hand like on my face and then I can smell it. And it just smells absolutely beautiful. I really like this. I would recommend it. If you are a perfume junkie and you've never smelled this, maybe get a sample and see if you can test it out. I don't know, but I do recommend this. For my next top of the month is my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Frog. This is one of the more recent Super Shock shadows that I've purchased. I've really been trying to actually not buy Super Shock shadows. It hasn't been easy, but I have been fairly successful. I bought this and 2 other Super Shock shadows in 2018, and that was it. So these are probably getting close to being a year old, but these are my newest. And this has been in my...
Oh, hi kids.
Remember I told you they're not kids.
What about moms?
Some of them are moms.
Hi kids.
That's a really creepy voice. What are you gonna do today?
Stay home.
Yep.
And you go to work.
Oh, you're gonna go to, oh, I'm gonna go to work or you're gonna go to work?
You go to work.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to work. Are you gonna let me finish filming?
Yeah.
So
Bye
that I
kids.
I've been working on this Super Shock Shadow in my Go for the Goal project for this year, and it has been going really slow. I did finally hit baby pan. I'm gonna keep working on it for the next couple days until my next update. The pan, there it is, right there in the middle-ish. I would consider this an eyeshadow topper. I actually haven't tried to use it as a standalone eyeshadow, but the way I've really enjoyed using it is on top of my purple eyeshadow. I just did a whole get ready with me using the purple basically doing this eye look. I just did a whole get ready with me on this eye look, and Frog is on top of the purple eyeshadow, and that combination has been super fun. I do love to use this as an eyeshadow topper. I think it's really nice. I would love to try it with a million different combinations, like this on top of blue, this on top of teal, this on top of like more natural colors or more like neutral colors. Like I just want to put this on top of every eyeshadow look that I do. So if you haven't tried Frog yet from ColourPop, I would recommend it. The final top for the month is a sample that went straight to my Ulta favorites list the second I put it on, because it is a fabulous, fabulous foundation. You guys know that I'm trying to get my numbers down for foundations. I have not actually bought a foundation in I think 2 years. I think I was gifted one about 2 years ago, but I haven't actually bought a foundation in the last 2 years because my numbers are just way too high and I need to get them down. So I am praying that this will still be available when I actually need a foundation, because I would love to purchase the full size. What I am talking about is the Cover FX Natural Finish Foundation. I received the sample card and have rolled it into my Turn and Burn for round 3, which is the round I'm currently on. And they gave me shades N20, N40, and N100. N20 I used up, and N40 I used up. I kind of mixed them together. So I actually put N30 on my wish list because I think a combination of these two is actually a pretty good shade match for me. I still have a little bit of N100 left, and I am using that as a cream contour It actually is a beautiful cream contour, but it's a little too pigmented. These are pigmented foundations, and so I would not consider buying that shade even for a cream contour, but it's been working so that I could use up the sample. The look of this foundation is very natural. I feel like my imperfections, the minor ones, disappear, which is kind of what I'm looking for, and I don't look like I'm wearing any makeup. I believe this is considered a medium coverage. It says full to medium coverage. They don't recommend this for oily skin. So if you have sensitive skin, normal skin, or dry skin, they recommend this for you. I have normal skin. I used to have oily skin when I was younger, but now I would consider it normal. So yeah, if you fall under that category and you are looking for medium to full coverage and you have either sensitive, normal, or dry skin, you might want to try this out, or at least get a sample of it to try out, because I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, I have two bottoms for the month. One of them is going to be no surprise at all if you've been watching some of my videos lately, and that is the Makeup Geek Single Shadow in Shimma Shimma. My feelings about this single shadow have kind of gone from like indifference to dislike to like some strong feelings. And this is in my experiment for this year. I actually would like to try this as a face highlight before I completely abandon it. But the reason I used this, or the reason I thought I would be using this, is as a brow bone highlight, which is how I have been using it over the past 3 months. I'm wearing it today. It's just a little too shimmery, and something about the formula sits on top of my skin instead of like melting into my skin. Like, even on my brow bone, I want the highlight to like melt into my skin and just have my brow bone look like it is just naturally shimmery. For some reason, this won't do that. It just sits on top of my skin, picks up any dryness, picks up any like crepiness, and accentuates it. And it's not like I'm ever going to need a single shadow of a highlight eyeshadow, because between my highlighters and the eyeshadows I already have, I have a lifetime supply of this shade. But if you were in the market for a single shadow that was a highlighting shade, I really wouldn't recommend this, unfortunately. And you guys know I do like Makeup Geek eyeshadows. 2 of them were in my tops for last month, but this has really kind of fallen clearly into the bottom category over the past month. I'm gonna keep working on it, but I am definitely not rebuying it once it's gone. The other bottom for the month is a little bit of a disappointment, and it is because I actually had an allergic reaction to it. That is my Schmidt's Natural Deodorant. I've heard so many good things about this deodorant over the years. I see it being sold in 3-packs at my Costco, and I decided before buying a 3-pack that I would try this one that I found at TJ Maxx on clearance. I believe it was originally for $4 that I paid for it. The scent is a little bit masculine. It's the cedarwood and juniper scent, but it was the only one available at TJ Maxx, and so I just wanted to try it out. I've gotten used to the scent. The problem is not the scent. The truth is, after buying this, I discovered native deodorant, and I just like native deodorant even better. So my plan was originally to just use this up, move it out, and start buying native deodorant, and that was gonna be my natural deodorant. But after using this for several months, I randomly developed a rash in my armpits that itched like crazy, and I could not believe it. I also have a coworker that had this exact same thing happen to her, and she had warned me. When I told her I was working on this Schmidt's one, she's like, yeah, I can't do Schmidt's. I had a breakout from it. I got a rash. And I was like, well, you know, my initial thought was, you probably have sensitive skin, and I do not have sensitive skin, so I'm not worried about that. But sure enough, I got a rash. And because I am who I am, and I'm a little bit deranged sometimes, I actually tried to power through for like 2 more weeks. And it just got so bad to the point where I was like constantly itching my armpits. I probably looked like a maniac, but I finally had to stop using this and just abandon it because I was going to start like scratching through my skin and bleeding because of the itchiness. So I still have quite a bit left, unfortunately. I think I'm going to see, that's it. That's how much I have left. So I probably used about half of it. I'm going to offer this to my husband with the warning attached that it gave me a rash and see if he wants to finish it. He might say no, and if that's the case, I'm just gonna have to toss this, which is really disappointing to me because, I don't know, it feels like a waste on some level, but there is no way I'm gonna try this again. I am not going to. I wish I could know what the ingredient is in here that's causing this rash to happen, and not just to me, but to other people as well. I actually was talking to the coworker about the rash, and then a third person jumped in and said that she experienced the rash too. So it's a thing. It's a real thing. Let me know if you've had the Schmidt's rash, because I'm curious to know how common this is. And if it is that common, how is this still being sold? Like, obviously it's not giving everybody a rash, but it did give me a rash. So it's out of here. I have one more natural deodorant to get through that I bought at my local farmer's market last summer. It's also in a scent that I don't really like, but I'm going to finish it, and then I'm just gonna stick with the native. The scent that I like from them is the coconut and vanilla. It is a beautiful scent. I love it. You will still sweat. If you're looking for a natural deodorant that prevents sweating, I don't know if it exists. You need that aluminum to really prevent the sweating from happening, but at least when you do sweat, you still smell good, and you're not putting aluminum on your skin. So those were my tops and bottoms for the month of March. Please let me know down below what your tops and bottoms were for this month so that I can get some recommendations for some good products. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.